Hi, my name is Catherine. I am from New Jersey, and I'm making this video message today in the light of the deaths of Tyler Clementi and the many other teenage suicides that have occurred over the past few weeks in our nation. I too was once bullied, both in elementary school and in high school. Every single day in school I was made fun of, talked about behind my back. I was the girl with the cooties, and I was even the so-called high school slut. I was tormented every day, not physically, but emotionally. My heartstrings were tugged at in so many directions that I couldn't and didn't want to take it anymore. It got to a point where I begged my mother to let me stay home. I would skip classes just so that I could avoid the bullying. So yes, at one point, I did consider what Tyler, Eric, Seth, Asher, Justin, and Billy did. I wanted an out. I wanted to be free of the torment that I receive on a day-to-day basis. But something happened, and that was my faith that things would get better. So even though I was getting bullied at school on a day-to-day basis, I held my head higher and I continued on with my life knowing that I wasn't the loser, the fag hag, the slut, or the lunatic. I finally came to the conclusion that my bullies were the one with the issues, that they needed some help, that they were the ones who had such low self-esteem that they had to knock other people down for the pure and simple enjoyment and satisfaction of feeling better about themselves. My video message is not only for the victim of bullying, but the bullies themselves and their parents, since most of these young men were underage. What I want to say to the tormentors themselves is, do you feel remotely good with yourself after you've knocked someone to the ground? Do you feel like you've done something great? Do you feel like you should be put on a high pedestal for calling someone a fag, a nigger, fat, or retard? Or when you say things behind their backs and make cause for gossip? If you feel like the only way to make yourself look good is to make someone else feel bad, then I seriously think you need to take one long look in the mirror and figure something out and seek help. To the parents of the bullies, I beg and ask that you take a hold of your child and tell them it is not nice to call other children names or make fun of them. I caution you to censor what you may say around your child, as we have learned that all children at an early age are sponges and absorb everything their mommies and daddies say to them or say around them. Fundamentals begin at home, and it is what your child will bring with them into the real world when they interact with other people. So I beg of you to start talking with your child or children at an early age. Bullying is harmful. It doesn't have to be physical. It could very well be emotional, which I consider to be the most dangerous. When your emotions and trust have been played with, it is a dangerous place, especially in your mind. So in closing, I want you all to know that it is going to be all right. Things do get better. Don't allow yourself or your thoughts to wander to the bad side, and allow yourself to take an action that is not necessary. Just remember, you have family and friends. You even have people like me who support you 100% of the way. Suicide is not an option. Suicide is just the cowardly way out. You have to remember the people who you will leave behind and the ramifications and consequences of your actions. At the end of this message, I am attaching my email address so that if anyone is in a rut or is just feeling let down, or even for the bullies themselves who need someone to talk to about what they're doing, contact me. We can chat just so that you have somebody there who you know you can talk to. Because remember, I was once there, and like I said, things turned out all right. But just remember, choose life, because I promise you this, life is so much more worth living than being somewhere else. So please, take this message into consideration, and God bless those families of those poor victims. You are in my hearts, you're in my prayer, and